Hello and welcome to Coastal Crafts. We're back on the Halloween collab, so you can check the description box below, and if you click on all the links one by one, you will see lots of different videos doing lots of different Halloween ideas. We don't know what each other are doing, so it's all quite an exciting surprise to go and see what everyone's up to. But I wasn't sure what I was going to make this week, and then I went on a little journey into town, and I went into Poundland and I saw this plastic bird cage, and I just thought this is perfect. So it is a pound. I'll show you in a minute why the bottom is loose. But as you can see, yeah, that's our plastic bird cage. And I thought this is perfect. And it even hangs up. It's just going to look perfect for me to decorate. But I thought it does look a little bit plasticky. It looks a little bit plasticky. So I thought, what can I do to try and counteract that? So this is my first attempt to give it a bit of a different look. So on the base, so you can take the base off and you can open it up. I've just covered it in white gesso, and then I've been using my Distress Oxide to go over it. Yep, so I've taken some black, painted it white, and then black again, as you do. And then a little spritz of water and dabbed it off. And I think that's just going to give it a bit more of a authentic, that's the word I'm looking for, authentic look, as opposed to just leaving it the cheap plastic. I cut that label off now. So what I'm going to have a go at doing is painting the whole thing in gesso, and then having a go at distressing it, and I will pop back on and show you how it's going. So I'm back, and as you might imagine, things are starting to get messy, mainly my hands. But lots of it is already black. I've got a space here, and I thought I would just carry on whilst you're on here. As you can see how I have been going on this. So just applying lots of this black Distress Oxide. I find the Distress Oxide so much easier to use than the Distress inks. I don't tend to use my Distress inks that much anymore, but I do keep them because I know they will definitely going to be times they come in handy, and I have got more colours than Distress inks. So I made that nice and black, and we're going to give it a little spritz of the water. I don't know if you can see me spritzing it, but you get the idea. And dab that off, and I quite like the I know they call it an oxidized effect that it gives it, and I just think that looks to me a little bit more authentic than it did before. So with the base, I decided I wasn't happy with how you could see the plastic ridges sticking up, so I just cut a circle of black card, and I've added some orange to it, which comes up quite dark. But I might also just add a little bit of black just going around the edges here. And then this is going to go back inside our little bird cage. I've been thinking, I don't really know what I'm going to put inside this bird cage, whether it's just going to be empty. We shall see. So see, that will go in here, and it will start to look something like this once it is joined back together. So I'm quite happy with how that looks. You might be thinking, oh, I just prefer the shiny plastic, but I like it. I just think it looks a bit more, I don't want to say expensive, it looks a bit older and not like a brand new thing. So I'm going to keep it undone because I want to add something around this base. And I was thinking a bit of black lace might work. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around that with a bit of black lace, which will just about show up over the top of the bottom. So I'm going to do that. So as you can see, I've now got a little bit of lace that just runs around the base, because I think a bit of a black lace always makes me think of Halloween. It was making me think, as I was doing it, was making me think of Miss Havisham from Great Expectations. I remember reading that book, and I was thinking, I just can't remember whatever happened to Miss Havisham at the end of the book, which probably is a reflection of how much attention I paid in my English classes, but in the comments do let me know as I can't remember. So we need to get into some more decoration, and I was thinking as well that I might put candles in this when it's finished. And in case you're wondering, the handle, and I'm going to paint that I think a bit later. So in terms of decoration, I'm thinking about adding some little Halloween flowers. So I've been cutting out these ones from some of my Halloween paper, and we'll just have a quick look and see what we think, and some from black paper. So I think they're going to sort of start to come around a bit like that. And we'll take them off for a minute, and I'll quickly show you just what I did for the flowers. So I know my hands are terrible and black, but there we go. So I was using, oh look, I've still got some here. I've just been cut out, must use those in a minute. So using these two dies I picked up. Absolutely can't remember where dies are those. I wonder if I've still got the packaging left in there. Not that one. Let's have a look. No, I don't seem to have kept the packaging, so they could have come from anywhere. Anyway, I'm sure they're pretty standard, aren't they? So I'm using that one to cut out these, and also that one, which is a whimsy die, to make the little ones like this. And the paper that I've been using, I showed in the previous haul, from this Tailored Expressions Builder Scene Halloween. So I wanted some orange. So I've just given them a little bit of some shaping as well, using my shaping tool. And a little bit of black ink around the edges of this, just to sort of make it fit in. And I'm gonna kind of stick them on in some manner. And also some gems from these Bow Bunny double dot jewels to go in the centre. So I'm going to have a bit of a think about where to stick them, and if I need to make a few more, which I quite possibly do, and I'll come back on this. So as you can see, I've stuck on a variety of these little flowers that I've been making, and I like the effect so far. We've got the lace down there. I know it's a bit darker because it has become later at night. But the next step, I've got the old glue gun out because I'm going to glue on some beads. I've got some of these interesting looking beads and some black beads, and I think they might just add a bit more dimension to it, and then we'll have a think about what else could go on there. So as you can see, I've added some beads on there. I think it just gives it a bit of extra dimension. And then I was thinking, I've got this, I know Cadge Crafts gave me this. Is it going to be too much to bling it up? And I think the decision that I've come to is no. You can always bling stuff up, can't you? It's just going to go right round the base. So I have got my glue gun, and we're just going to add a little bit and see what we think is happening here. I like that. I think that's going to work out. It's going to keep going. So our end result, we have our little bird cage. Obviously there's no bird inside. I just added on some little hanging bits, I think, well, went with it, and a bit of ribbon, and the whatever you call it that holds it up has been painted kind of a bronze colour with a little bit of black to go on there, and a little bit of what do you call it, these metallic inks by Spectrum Noir just on the touches on some of the edges. So I was looking around to see if I could find one of those fake candles to put inside, but I can't find one for the moment, so I'll have to wait till I hang it up for a decoration. Obviously, if you put a real candle in there, you probably would see your house burn down, but there we go. So that's what I've made this week. Hopefully you'll join me again next time, and all the other crafters, to see what you can make. And ignore the mess. So let me know if you get a bird cage and what you get up to with it. Speak to you soon. Bye.